Today I'm really excited to be sharing a makeup tutorial on my flawless full coverage drugstore foundation routine. This is a routine that I've been tweaking little by little over the past, 2-3 years. So if you've been watching me, a lot of these products will seem familiar, but maybe the technique might be something new. I'm going to show you all the steps from skincare prep to the makeup application, so we're going to get straight into it. But first, if you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. Starting out with some cold hard facts. When it comes to a full coverage, flawless foundation routine, the prep steps and the skincare you do ahead of time is equally important as the makeup itself. So I've already cleansed my skin off camera, but I am gonna do the rest of my prep for you. So after cleansing, I'll go in with a toner. So I actually just started using this one. It's the Bliss What a Melon Replenishing Toner. It has witch hazel, willow bark, and hyaluronic acid, so it helps balance my face, but that hyaluronic acid does add some hydration and plumpness to the skin. So just gonna go in with a cotton round, whoa. And I like to focus that in my nose area, the forehead, basically the T-zone because I am a combo skin girl, and over the pores on my cheeks. Now I'm gonna let that dry, and here is the next tip for you. Between your skincare steps and your primer and the actual foundation application, wait. Chill out. If you try to apply a bunch of products to the face in a short amount of time, chances are they're not going to sink in or sit on the skin like they're supposed to. So just give it a little time, let things thoroughly dry before you move on to the next step. So my next step is vitamin C serum. This really helps brighten the face and it just feels really nice in the morning. I've talked about this one at length. It's from Advanced Clinicals. This is like the best bang for your buck when it comes to vitamin C serum. Now again, I'm not putting too much. I don't want to drench my face or saturate my face. Just a nice light layer. Vitamin C also protects your skin against sun damage, helps even out skin tone, so this is just like a typical morning skincare routine step for me. Now again, gonna let this sit for a minute before I move on. Now that the serum is set, let's go in with our moisturizers. So I like to use an eye cream when I'm doing a full face because my under eyes do tend to lean dry, and sometimes they will look dry under concealer. It'll make my makeup look cakey or crackly, so this just helps prevent that. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream. I love it. It's super lightweight and perfect for layering under makeup. So I'm just gonna pat that in with my ring finger. And for my last prep step, assuming that I'm doing this in the morning for this look to last all day, I'll be going in with my SPF moisturizer. This has been my go-to for I wanna say like 2 years now. It's the Olay Complete UV 365 Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15. And this is a chemical sunscreen, so it's not going to leave a white cast or a weird layer on top of your skin. So I'm just gonna go in and spread that out evenly. We're finally ready to move into the actual makeup application, but I promise all of that prep will be worth it. Now, I don't always wear face primer, but when I do, it's the Maybelline Master Prime. So this is a pretty basic silicone-y face primer. I really like how it not only smooths out my pores and keeps my makeup from settling in them, but it also just smooths out my overall skin texture. Whether it be a little bit of dryness around my acne or just general bumpiness or roughness, this just blurs everything. So I'm literally taking a pea-sized amount. I don't like to spackle this on at all. And I just go ahead and press it into my nose and my cheek area, which is where my pores are the most visible, and then my laugh lines. And then I've got expression lines on my forehead as well that I want to keep foundation from bunching in. And after I've kind of packed it in, then I'll go ahead and lightly spread it out from there. The next step for me is color correcting. Now, this may not be a step you need if you don't have a lot of discoloration or unevenness and your foundation can kind of do the job for you, but I do have some red spots that I want to even out so that they don't peek through my foundation throughout the day. So grabbing a concealer that's close to my skin tone, this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in medium peach, and then for color correcting, I'm using the LA Colors Conceal It Concealer in green. Now, I've got a little bit of a secret for you. I don't know if it's actually a secret. This could totally be general knowledge, but LA Colors and LA Girl, which is the brand that makes this concealer, are the same company. They're sister brands. Now, this concealer from LA Girl has been called one of the best at the drugstore for years. It's $4.99, but considering that these are basically the same brand, the packaging looks almost the same. They both have a brush applicator. I feel like the formulas are so similar. I've got a hunch that these are like the same product, and this was $1 at Dollar General. I'm not confirming anything. I'm just gonna say allegedly, just some info to have in your back pocket. So I'm gonna take the green concealer. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'll take the concealer that matches my skin tone, put it right next to it. I'm gonna put more of this on the back of my hand though, so we can get that ratio right, and just do a little bit of a mixy mix. Drag the green in there and then spot correct over these red areas. And I am gonna keep this layer relatively thin because not only is this already a pretty high coverage concealer, but since we're gonna go over this with foundation, I don't want it to start getting cakey. And you can see that redness start to disappear. And I'm only going over like the stubborn red spots. The slight redness around my nose, that can be covered easily with my foundation. But some of these like dark, angry looking ones, they'll tend to peek through. And I use a brush for this step to maintain as much coverage as possible, just because a sponge can shear it out a little bit more. And then you end up layering more product on because you're trying to get that coverage. Now, since we're going all out for a full coverage, flawless face, I am gonna do some color correcting under my eyes as well. Orange neutralizes dark circles. So I know that I don't have crazy dark circles under my eyes, but I do have a little bit of discoloration just in the innermost portion of my under eye. So let's even that out with the same technique. And I am gonna go in with a slightly lighter concealer for my under eyes. This is the same camo concealer, but in light beige. Mix, mix, mix. And I'm gonna dot it right in that innermost portion where I have my discoloration. And then in the outer corner as well, I have a little bit of like purpliness there. In my under eye, I do like to go in and blend with a sponge. That just helps with creasing and avoiding it. This is, I believe this is a mini Paw Paw blender from Shop Miss A. I swear, their blenders are infinitely better than Beauty Blender. It's so funny, after years of using the Wonder Blender, which is $1.55, I think, on Shop Miss A, I actually recently opened up a new Beauty Blender and I did not like it. It just wasn't as absorbent or bouncy as the Shop Miss A one. And it's like 20 times the price. Okay, so there we go. We just have a light layer of concealer under the eyes, no more dark circles. Let's move on to foundation. And to apply my foundation, I will be using the Paw Paw Wonder Blender. This is their new beige version, so you can't see foundation stains. Love it. Now, if you watch me regularly, you can probably guess which foundation I'll be using. I'm reaching for, of course, the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Liquid Foundation. It gives you a very natural looking finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy. It lasts throughout the day through sweating. It's water resistant and transfer resistant. It actually does pretty well under a mask. And it has medium to full buildable coverage that just stays looking flexible on the skin. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look or feel heavy at all. And I like to start at the center of my face and work my way out because that's kind of where I have the most redness or where I need the most coverage, and not so much moving out towards the perimeter of my face. Bringing it down onto the jawline and a little bit onto the neck. And since the finishes of this foundation and the concealer match pretty well, they're both natural, not completely matte, they layer pretty nicely together too. There is a concealer in this Infallible line, but I don't know, I just prefer the e.l.f. one, and the e.l.f. one's a lot cheaper. Okay, everything is looking beautifully smooth, like who has pores? Not me. I do like to bake under my eyes, over my laugh lines, and my expression lines on my forehead, and this just helps the foundation stay smooth over them and it keeps it from settling and creasing. Now, my all-time favorite setting powder only costs $1. It is another Shop Miss A find. It's the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. This stuff, it outperforms so many high-end powders that I've tried. It is amazing. It is so finely milled and soft to blend out. Now, I have the soft light version, which I think is very, very subtly radiant. There is also just a traditional translucent one. They have an actual luminizing one. But again, only $1, no flashback, lasts all day, mattifies and smooths the makeup. It's beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with the same sponge that I used for my foundation. It is still slightly damp. I'm going to dip it in to the powder, so we're getting a nice layer there. I'm gonna do a little under eye check because if there is any creasing yet, we don't wanna set the crease. And then I'm gonna go in with the sponge and just press it right into that crease like that. Same goes for in the laugh lines. Just pressing that in, making sure we got a good layer. And then on the forehead as well. Now this might look different for you. I mean, the under eyes are pretty common to bake, but as far as the other areas on your face, you know, just go over the places where you often see your foundation breaking down or cracking. It's gonna be different for everyone. Oops. And now we wait. Now, while I let this powder sit and do its thing, I typically move on to the next steps in my routine, which would be my eyebrows and my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I will be right back. I am back. I've done my brows, a little bit of shadow on the lid and some eyeliner, but before I go in with mascara, I wanna start sweeping away some of this powder. So taking a big fluffy brush, I'm gonna start wiping away at it really lightly. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but it really does just leave such a smooth and set area of your face that is going to stay that way. Let's just go ahead and buff out the other areas, and you can see that the powder is not leaving any type of white cast where we've baked, so that is definitely what I look for in setting powders. Get it off of my forehead. That is going to be crease proof, especially if you're like me and I just have creases under my eyes. That's just the shape of my eyes. It's so hard to keep product out of these two really deep lines, but baking has been one of the only ways to keep that from happening. All right, so I'm just gonna finish the face for you. Now, since we did set this foundation with powder and in general, everything that we swept away from the baking areas has slightly set the rest of the face as we've diffused it outward, I do wanna stick to powder face products. So this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer, and it is in the shade Deep. You can see that it's just applying super smoothly. Beautiful. Ah, love it. This is really gonna be a face forward look. I obviously didn't do much with the eyes. So let's go in and get a little bronzy. We'll just put a little bit under the jawline, get some definition. Moving on to blush, I'm using the Juvia's Place Blushed Volume 2 palette, and I'm going to use, let's go in with this kind of apricot shade. Just dust that lightly. And to highlight, I'm gonna dip into the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter palette. This one is gonna complement this look well. It's kind of a neutral champagne. Ooh. And we have arrived at our last step, which is setting spray. Now this is going to help seal everything in as well as refresh the look since we have put on so many powder products. Now there are very few drugstore setting sprays that I actually trust, but one that's always worked well for me is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Now this is a really tiny travel size version that I got in like a gift set of their 3 setting sprays. They have the matte finish, they have radiant finish, which has shimmer in it, and then they have a dewy finish one that adds like a sheen to your look. Now before you go in and start spraying your face, always let off a little bit of a warning shot, because if your spray has been sitting for a while without actually being in use, you could end up with a few bigger droplets that come out, and you don't want that to land on your face because they could leave a mark. All right, but I think we're in the clear, so let's just go in. Close your mouth first. And the sprayer on the NYX is very fine and even, so you don't end up with just like concentrated sprays. It's really good for $9.50. And that's the look. Oh wait, maybe I should add something to my lips. Okay, let's just finish the look for the full effect. This is the ColourPop Luxe Gloss in Tied Up. So here is the finished Flawless Full Coverage Drugstore Foundation look. The skin is smooth and set, but not dull at all, and it will stay looking like this all day into the night. Let me know if you liked this type of tutorial routine video, and if there are any other makeup techniques you'd want me to do a deep dive on, tell me in the comments. Today's shout out goes to Chori. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And join me over in this video next where I share the skincare magic wand that has been erasing my wrinkles. I'll see you over there. Bye!